All right, our second video for March talking about leadership. The first one was on communication. The second one is going to be talking about leading through change. Well, we know that life is about change and people don't like change. So we have to figure out a way to help them understand that if you're not changing, you're dying, and really nothing changes without changing. So the first order of business, I think, as a leader, is we need to number one, make sure that the change is indeed good and not just good for you, but good for all parties involved. And secondly, we need to really focus on presenting it in that fashion so that they understand that you're not changing just to change, or you're not changing on something that's just going to suit you. I talked about the communication being with empathy. We need to have empathy whenever we even talk about the change, because we're looking at it from their perspective. So when we're making our points of why we want to change, we put it from in the lens that they are going to easily understand. So I think that is probably one of the biggest challenges is for me as a leader, is in order to keep my mind, positive and clear and pure in the big win-win-win overall, rather than getting drugged down into the frustrations that come with trying to take people through change, that resistance that everyone's going to put off whenever you're invoking change, right? They're like, they're happy with where they are. They don't want to change. So you have to be that positive, person, coming at them with the empathy statements of how this change is necessary and how it's actually going to benefit all parties involved, so that you're able to really, inspire that resilience. And even like if maybe you do have a bad day and they see some bad trait that comes out of you, a frustration or something, that you come back, you apologize, and you say, listen guys, we're still focused on the mission of change. Nothing's changed on that, and because it's good for all parties involved. And I've given consideration that you guys and the things that all parties need, and showing that resilience, that it doesn't change by itself. And sometimes it may go sideways a minute, but we're back on track for change. And then also, you want to really, again, that's part of maintaining the morale. You want to focus on morale, have good listening and cues, social cues, so that you're understanding that person is engaged and getting it. And if they're not, stop the bus and say, listen, I get the feeling that you're really not on board with this. Go ahead and be, I would say, authentic and direct. Those are things that I think are really key components of good leadership. And then we want to also have all the tools and things that they can do to facilitate these new circumstances. Oftentimes we get ahead of ourselves and we don't actually give them the tools in order to make them successful. So we're already kind of, we're invoking change on them, and we're telling them how great it's going to be, and then we don't put the tools in place in order to make them be productive, or have the things in order to make that a smooth transition. So I hope this is helpful. As always, direct message me, hit me up, call me, text me. I'd love to hear your input on this. So comment, share, and I appreciate you guys, and I look forward to speaking with you in the future.